My name is Koller. I teach here at Trisha in the full-time programs and also adult classes on Wednesday evenings. This week's Parashat Lech Lecha, begins with a bang. It begins with God telling Avram, Lech Lecha, go. Leave your land, your father's house, the place where you were born, and go to a new land, a place where I'll show you. It doesn't even say where it'll be. There must have been a past. There must have been a biography to Avram. We know a little bit, just a snippet of that biography from the end of Parashat Noach, where we know that his father Terach set out from Ur Kasdim, down in southern Mesopotamia, and moved up north to Haran, to what's now in southern Turkey, on his way to Canaan. Why was he going to Canaan? Was he moved by some spiritual impulse? We don't know. Why didn't he make it? Why did he stop in Haran? We don't know that either. Is Avram simply continuing his father's journey when God tells him to go on to Canaan? It's something that we can speculate on, but we'll never know. Avram's 75 years old when he's given the command Lech Lecha. We hear that just a few psukim later. Avram ben 75 shana v'tetov ben Haran. 75 years is a long time. Must have been a full life. What has he seen? What's he encountered? What experiences he has? What does his biography look like? What explains how it is that he came to be the one to whom God is speaking? Did he choose God? Did God choose him? What has happened in these 75 years that explains what we're reading right now? The Torah opts to tell us none of this. There are, of course, many stories, which the Midrashim and other Second Temple literature fills in. Stories about Nimrod, stories about idolatry, stories about a clash with the Babylonians, stories that serve interpretive purposes as well as philosophical purposes. But the Torah opts to tell us none of it. More than that, the Rishonim noticed that Terach would have been alive when Avram left Haran. Some simple arithmetic shows that Terach was still around in Haran when Avram got the command of Lech Lecha to go to Canaan. And yet the Torah opted to end Parashat Noach with the death of Terach and begin Parashat Lech Lecha with Avram's exodus from Haran and journey to Canaan. So there's something going on here. There's a literary point going on here. The Torah has said, we're going to wrap up that Parsha. We're going to end the past. We're going to end everything that happened until now, not reflect on it, not comment on it. We're going to simply end the story with Terach and his death. And we're going to begin a new story. Parak Yud Bet, Ve'yomer Hashem al Avram, Lech Lecha. There is no past. There is no prologue. All there is the present. And in the present, all there is a single, solitary individual facing God. The impression that I get, reading these psukim and thinking about the experience that Avram must have had, is of someone who's being commanded to leave it all behind. Who's being told, everything that happened until now has been rendered irrelevant by what's happening right now. Nothing matters at this point. What there is you, Avram, and me, God. And I'm telling you, Lech Lecha. I'm not sure that Avram was prepared to make such a clean break with everything. Although God says to leave everything behind, leave his father's house, leave his family, Avram winds up taking with him two people. Not only his wife, who might plausibly be included in him, Ishto Kegufo, but also his nephew. And it could be that there was a whole other process needed to purge his nephew Lot from Avram, to really leave Avram the solitary individual he was meant to be, so he could really be one, only him, with God. I think there are a number of lessons that emerge from this observation in thinking about our own lives. The most important one for me is the sense that sometimes the past really can be rendered irrelevant. Just a few weeks ago we had Yom Kippur, we talked about Shuvah, talked about setting off on a new path and putting the past behind us. We start Yom Kippur, Kol Nidrei V'Nidvei, they're gone. Nothing from the past matters anymore. It's all been rendered irrelevant to the future. And sometimes we can do that. It's not common, it's not easy, but sometimes there are moments in our lives where we can say, from here on in, everything is different. We need to hear the call, though. We need to hear the call. It's powerful enough for us to say that everything until now is just in the past. My dahava hava, as the Gemara says sometimes. And from now on, all I hear is me, the call, and where I'm going in the future. Shabbat Shalom.